Alright guys, I have to pop in here and just say sorry that I haven't posted a video in a while. My computer power supply fried and I haven't been able to post a video. But I promise you guys this video is good, so stick to the end. Enjoy. We're gonna be getting the maximum. Man. We're gonna go high cookie jar. Okay, getting close. Brother needs to stop. And today, guys, we are finally getting to the 1979 C10. We bought this truck in Tucson about a year ago. Wow, it's been that long. Crazy. Anyways, our original plans, and still our plans, is going to take this cab and putting it on a different frame, an autocrossing frame, putting an LS in it, and basically making an autocrossing rig. But that costs money, and currently our neighbor down the street, a good neighbor that loves us, and he's cleaning out his garage, and he has a Chevy 350 with a turbo 350 transmission that he doesn't want anymore. He wants to clear out the garage, and he doesn't want to go through the effort of selling it, and he wants it to go to good home and doesn't need any money out of it. So he offered it to us for free, and so what we're going to do is take that motor. I want to paint it red, white, and blue, and then we're going to stuff it in this truck, get a different front end, shorten the frame to a short bed, shorten the bed, and basically make this truck run and drive. So we are finally going to get to that, and since I'm on summer break, I'm going to put some hours in. What we need to first do is pull the motor and transmission out, pull the front, actually we're going to pull the front clip off, then we're going to pull the motor and transmission out. Then we are going to clean, pressure wash, paint the frame, clean up the firewall, and then we are going to what is he doing? Anyways, someone's right there. Anyways, and then we're going to get new fenders. We have a new hood. We're gonna get a hood spring, get a lot of new stuff, fix this truck up as it is, and basically make it run and drive. And then one day we are going to take this truck and put it on a autocrossing frame with an LS. But today's not that day, so I'm going to get to work on first pulling the front clip off, and then working on the motor and transmission. Let's get to work. Okay guys, so we have completely dismantled this truck. My camera overheated, so it didn't get me finishing off pulling off the fender. Now, I will get it out. We got both fenders and inner fenders. Both fenders are absolute garbage. The logos are still good, and the inner fenders are good. Words. We have fully got the right side fender off, left side fender, you got the deal. What we're going to do next is pull off whatever this weird shielding is. Then we're going to pull the transmission cooler lines, radiator out, and pull the wiring plug off, and we will pull the radiator support and grill section piece off. And then we can start working on pulling the motor. Yeah, I have bagged and tagged everything so far. Left front inner fender. I got a few piles going on. Most of the bolts have been there except for the left fender, front right outer fender, left front inner fender, front right inner fender. Wait, better tube. I'm missing one. Let's go find it. There we are. I need to tag that, but this is left front outer fender. Yes. All right, I am going to set you guys down. Actually, I'm going to charge your battery. Take a break inside. Label that. Charge your battery. Let it cool down, and then we'll get back to work. Alright guys, after a battle with the radiator support frame mounts, I finally, after I got the big gun out, finally got it out. Front clips off. Now we can work on getting the motor out. Oh boy, I need some food first, and then we'll get the motor out. Okay, when you guys weren't looking, I pulled all the wiring off of the motor. I got the oil pressure sensor, the starter, the HEA distributor. I got the choke, electronic choke, the alternator wiring, oil or water temperature, and whatever that thing is, and a few more things here and there. But I got all the wiring off and picked up off the way. I got this weird tube. I bet you it's like a vent or something off. Let's see, what else did I get off? I got all these out of the way. I got the fuel line off, and I think we're actually almost ready to pull the motor, other than the drive shaft, the transmission mount bolts, the motor mount bolts, and power steering lines, and I think exhaust. I think I'll just cut that off actually, and I think that's it. Oh, throttle cable. Anyways, yeah, throttle cable. Let me put this guy over here. Oh yeah, here's the pile of parts I pulled off. Anyways, okay guys, I have everything off the motor, and I have the motor bolts out. I have all the wiring, everything. Power steering took a while. That was annoying. Anyways, I am now moving on to the transmission, and the transmission, I don't really want to get my camera down there. I can try showing you guys the transmission side, but it's not much. Anyways, I'll get to work. Just wanted to update you guys on what's going on. Alright guys, I have employed my friend to help, and he drove the a square body for the first time up while I towed him all the way from the where it sat all the way up on the basketball court on the road and to here. Now we are going to take the forklift, strap this thing up, yank the motor out. Deal? Deal. Let's do this. All right, after a bit of a struggle, we got the motor out, and then a bigger struggle, we got the truck on top of the road. Thank you, Dane. And we are going to pressure wash this entire frame. And since this is gonna be a while and I don't want to get my camera wet, I'm just gonna do a nifty little trick. Ready? All right, that took a lot of work and it's still not to my liking. So we're gonna have to either get some degreaser or scrape it a lot more. But anyways, we are going to move the truck over there, move some stuff, and basically pack up for the day. Anyways, yeah, move it, pack it up, see you guys next. Okay guys, we got the truck in the shop, and the motor's just sitting here. Right now we don't have the motor. We're picking that up hopefully today. So what I'm gonna be doing right now is I'm going to be pulling apart this interior. I started a little bit yesterday. I took the gauge bezels. Alright, took the gauge bezel out and then took the dash off. Nothing really much. I'm going to be gutting this interior and figuring out some wiring, pulling this gas tank, and yeah, I don't know what else I'm gonna be doing. But I'm just gonna be working again, continue to tear this thing apart. So let's get to work. Good morning, guys. I have some new bed head. Anyways, yesterday I went and picked up the Chevy 350 and the Turbo 350 transmission, and we have almost all the parts to this motor except our front accessory drive and some headers and things here and there and carburetor. Anyways, we picked up the motor and transmission, and we moved them in the shop. Got the old inline 6 outside, and you're all caught up. Today my task is to actually rip out the interior. I'm gonna get this seat out here. I'm gonna rip up the carpet, and I'm gonna get a vacuum cleaner, blow everything out, and And then I'm gonna take apart this dash. I'm gonna get all the clips out. I'm gonna get this piece out and then throw the dash away because it's garbage. And then just continue to work and work and work and work. Deal, deal. All right, bet. Let's get to work then. Rust-free truck, huh? Yeah, rust-free truck, huh? Wow, guys, that is bad. It's paper thin, too. This truck was supposed to be rust-free. Like, completely rust-free. Arizona truck. Rust-free. The freak. Okay, guys, I gotta go do some things, but I'm gonna talk to my dad and we're gonna get a game plan. Okay, guys, well, I forgot to actually film, but we've done some work on the truck. We moved the two trucks around. I pulled out some more of the interior and found more rust, and we've started pulling the front end apart. We have some new spindles, new steering rods coming, and new ball joints and new rubber bushings. So what we basically did is we pulled the two nuts and here, separated the two A-arms. We pulled the shock off, pulled the brake rotor and caliper off. Other than that, you didn't really miss much. My fault, I'll do better. Now we're doing the same thing on this side. Alright guys, we pulled one of the A-arms, the lower A-arms off, and we're drilling out holes in the bushings, and it'll make it easier to pull the bushing out. So, we're gonna continue to do this. Alright guys, the last you saw of me was me and my dad were pulling bushings out of the lower A-arms, and I cleaned them up and I painted them. And then the next day I got to looking at this frame here, which I pulled the upper A-arms off and I cleaned up the cross member a little bit today. But the other day, I was looking at it, and I was like, huh, that frame rail looks significantly pushed in. So, turns out that this entire frame rail has been bent over like an inch or two. And that's a lot. So this thing was in a wreck at one point, and this frame's junk. So we just bought a lot of parts, and we have no clue where to go with this. We know we have to get a new frame, but we're still looking into like what frame we're gonna get, if we're even gonna be able to still use our parts. So we're going to be buying a new frame for this build, which our original plan was to do that, but it's really expensive and we need to take time to figure out which frame we're gonna get and go through all the specifics. So this project has been put on pause. I'm going to clean up the upper A arms and finish cleaning up the lower A arms, and I'll probably have to end off the video there. But we still have a motor over there and a turbo 350. I don't know if I actually showed you guys this, but we have our motor. It's a 2-bolt mean, which is not the best, but we have a early 70s motor. It's a 2-piece rear main seal that needs to be replaced. I want to paint the motor red, white, and blue, but I don't know if that's going to actually happen because my dad really does not want that to happen, but I really want it to happen. So we'll see. We got a turbo 350 transmission, a torque converter, a high torque starter, a Mallory distributor, and a few parts here and there. So we have most of everything to put this engine together. But I am a little bit lost on where we're going with this build now because we have had not very good luck. You see the difference? Also, I even pushed in this frame rail a little bit this way. You see it's pointed that way. And then this one is pointed that way. Wow, that's really bent. Anyways, I don't know what I'm gonna show. It might be the outro. Might be me cleaning up that. Alright guys, we're back on the C10. Actually, we're not back on the C10. We're back on the motor. I fought a tree with a golf cart. And I was in between a tree and golf cart. Don't worry about it. I was tasked to drain the oil out of this motor and pull off the harmonic balancer. And when I'm ready, pull the oil pan off. But I'm not ready to pull the oil pan off because these hydraulics leak a little bit. And so the motor is gonna fall. And I don't want it sitting on the crane. Alright guys, we have decided what we are going to do with this truck, and that is put the upper arms back on, the lower arms back on, the old spindles back on, and the old steering gear back on, and push it outside because it needs a new frame, and it's gonna be a few months before we can get that. It is unfortunate, but I think we're gonna put this truck loosely back together where we can put tires on it, and then we can roll it around. Yeah. Sadly, it's what's gonna have to happen. Alright guys, well, you guys missed it, but we have the front end put together. It's not the prettiest. We literally just put everything back together how it was. We put rubber hose for bushings, so there's not actually any bushings, and then we cut the springs, so the truck is actually now lower. Yeah, you didn't actually miss much other than that. Basically everything that we just did, just in reverse. So anyways, right now we are going to work on the motor, replace the oil pan seal, and get it ready for the next step. guys, I have to end off this video here. We have paused on the build. What you actually saw was about 2 months ago. And my computer died, the power supply in it got too hot and burnt up, and I haven't been able to edit or post a video for about a month now. So I finally have got my computer up and running, and I finally have had the chance to get through everything. So now I am ending this video off here. I honestly forgot what I showed last, but we are going to get a new frame. We are going to do a QA1 front suspension. We are using our spindles, rotors, and possibly our shackle flip. I've probably said this 12 times already, but that's what the plan is. We have the motor and transmission just chilling. Sneak peek on a few videos here that are coming up. Just stuff here and there. But thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. If you want to see more on my YouTube channel, check out my YouTube channel at Car Dog Garage. And I thank you guys for watching and sticking up to the end. Peace.